Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another fine episode of Let's Play Pokemon Ruby. Now, this was supposed to be the finale episode, and honestly, when this video comes out, I'll probably be recording the actual finale episode. But, as you'll see in this episode, things went awry. I'm probably not gonna... Maybe I'll talk throughout the whole thing, but I'm checking to make sure I have all my items there. Which, of course, by the end of this video, I lose entirely. And if I sound defeated, that's because I am. I felt like my team was pretty decent, at least like decent enough to get through the Elite Four, but then I forgot that there's also a champion in this generation, and I forgot how much of a pain in the ass the champion was. So, yeah, it took me by surprise, because at this point, I knew consistently I was able to make it through the first two gyms without a problem. And we're approaching the first gym here. He's got all dark type Pokemon, but a good mix. So he's got a water, a grass type. I don't know what Absol is, maybe a pure dark type. But then he's got Mightyena, who comes out here, who's a dark type, but also has some statusing lower effects, which you can see kind of screws me there. Now, Hariyama is the key pick in this fight, but the problem with Hariyama is that he moves so damn slow that he never knows what to do. And I've discovered, let's see, yeah, right there, I think he's going to, yeah. So I've discovered that full restore there is pretty consistent through my hours of gameplay because I added 2 new team members in the finale. You'll see that next episode, but what I should be doing there is focus punching, because it takes a turn to set up and then a turn to do, and it does massive amounts of damage, so that would be the smarter move moving forward. But I make it through Mightyena anyways. You know, super effective moves. No surprise there. I'm just under-leveled. That was the biggest thing I faced going in here. So, Shift Tree, we throw in Crobat, who is no longer on the team in the finale episode, but he's here today, and we'll see how he does. I believe Crobat actually handles himself pretty well, but the team member that we picked up, one of them at least, is a flyer, so he does what we need to do in this fight. With Shift Tree, you either need to kill him in like the first swipe there, or it needs to be in the first two, like a setup like Hariyama, because they will use full restores on him all the time if he reaches red health. And then on top of that, he knows how to set up a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, so we have this guy, Cacturn. And it's more or less the same. I think he hits me with Cotton Spore. Yeah, which... it lowers my speed, so he can hit me with a Fake Out or one of the other bullshit moves that he uses, but he really doesn't have anything efficient. And there, I outspeed anyways, even after my speed was reduced, so no big deal. Get some EXP, and now he's given the EXP share to Gardevoir. A Sharpedo, we have Manectric as the obvious answer there, so Manectric's going to be able to handle that, not a problem. Yeah, a simple Thunderbolt will do it. And it looks like I probably level up here. Nothing too eventful this battle. This battle's, like I said, you know, even prior to filming this episode here, I had walked through the Elite Four like time and time again because that's the best place to grind. My rule was that I recorded it in case I accidentally won, and I did not use any potions in between, so once a Pokemon was dead, he was gone throughout the entirety of the fight. So that was my way around that, almost ensuring that I would never win because you need potions to get through it. It's good to know that that's a one-hit kill too. I didn't know that up until this moment here. Either that or I got lucky on a range in that episode, because I could swear I've done that in the past and it has not gone as smoothly. Listen to what this loser has to say. I think that'll be the thumbnail for this whole fucking video, because you're just sitting there listening to what this loser has to say. No, it gets aggravating. It gets aggravating. And you can see I'm doing stupid shit here, right? Like, Hariyama didn't need that potion. There's no reason for it. I'm just screwing myself further, which you'll see happens much later. And then at this point, I believe I was using a future sight tactic with Gardevoir, because they're going to hit hard, but if we can hit them 2 times in advance, I believe my logic was, like, at least we're getting some hit points. Because I'm underleveled and they're so trolly of Pokemon, I always get screwed on this fight. Even right now, like I said, this is coming out on Sunday, and I recorded it. I recorded this actual gameplay on Monday, and I'm recording the voiceover Saturday night, because I always procrastinate on bullshit. But anyways, yeah, even playing it now, where I'm significantly higher in level with all my Pokemon, there's no consistency to this fight, because it's just Confuse, Ray, Will-O-Wisp, like all the bullshit tactics that they use just to fuck me over just come out to light. But in this battle, what I was doing there is I got the future sight off, so my hope is that that's going to hit in 2 turns. So not this turn, but the next one. And I can hit with something that does over half, which I think Flamethrower will do just a little bit over. Oh, a little under. That works. It just needs to happen in 1 turn. I knew that was the big deal. Like, Torkoal needs to hit here, or else I'm gonna get stuck. Okay, he took Future Sight's attack there, so I'm off a turn. Yeah, see, I screwed myself. Because the hope was that you could hit a Flamethrower, something that did substantial damage. Then you could hit with the Future Sight, and then he dies in 1 turn, versus them using a full restore. Because it just goes into this confusion bullshit where I just keep hurting myself on confusion. Which, even watching it right now and doing like a commentary over it is making me want to pull my fucking hair out. But I snapped out of confusion there, so we're good. Yeah, just a little under. He curses Torkoal, which is really no big deal. Torkoal's not really... Torkoal's the other party member that I got rid of from our team. He really didn't... He wasn't helping much. But you see, we're kinda fucked here, because... Oh no, they didn't use a full restore. I thought I was gonna get fucked. I didn't. So there we go. We got Dusclops out of the way. Now I believe there's a second Dusclops. And we want to switch out because that Dusclops knows Earthquake. And that Earthquake will completely screw me. Like, Gardevoir is fine against it. I mean, Gardevoir is just there to set up anyways in this fight. And I'm taking Future Sight there too, so you can see it's not bullshit if they're doing the same setup that I'm doing. It looks like I tried out Shadow Ball just to see how much it would do. It's super effective, but it barely does anything. I think his special defense is pretty solid. And then I, for example, take a Shadow Ball there, and it completely fucking annihilates me. I mean, it was a critical hit, but I think it still would have completely killed me. So I didn't set up. I just got destroyed, it looks like. Wow, just watching all the difference, like I said, I've been playing on my own time here, and watching all the difference that makes being just a couple levels higher and having a more well-rounded team. It's incredible. It's just the RNG here is spectacular. It's really consistent and great. I love playing these games. That's enough of my tyrant there. You can see he goes for Confuse Ray, so he goes to set up this annoying bullshit again. And I'm just gonna sit there and put up with it. I get confused. My only hope is that just please hit with Earthquake. Don't hit yourself in your own confusion. He uses Earthquake, and we're fine. We progress onward. Get some EXP. Bayonet. I believe I stay in with Swampert. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if they have like a flying type ability to them, and it looks like I don't even realize it in this battle. But Surf seems to do a lot more damage than Earthquake, and I don't know what that is, or why that's the case, but it's been consistently true through all my trials, so I get spited. That always sucks, because then I have no Earthquake left, but then I start using Surf. So maybe this is the battle I actually realized it, but Surf seems to be just more consistent with them. It does a lot more damage overall as a whole. Sableye. Don't change there. And yeah, Surf is the best move, so go with that one. You see, yeah, it does enough that they won't heal. Like, that's the key. We can take them out in 2 hits, they won't heal in between, we're fine. At least I can throw in Crobat. Crobat's always good with, like, the toxic sort of moves right around this part, so... But they went for the healing anyways, even though I said that they wouldn't. I don't know, that's... The game is always very fun. I think, yeah, the right move there would have been to go with Sludge Bomb. But it looks like I switched into Manectric for whatever reason. That could be part of whatever. Like I said, I'd been through the Elite Four a couple times at this point. Definitely opening just a soda there, non-alcoholic beverage. But, I had already been through the Elite Four a couple times, but I haven't... Like, now I spend about 10 hours on the Elite Four alone, just getting pissed off here, but... At this point in time, I had only spent about an hour going back and forth, so I didn't learn, like, what moves they're going to use at what times, and I've tried not to research it too much. But, yeah, by the time I've gone through it now, when I do my actual finale episode, which should be coming out this Thursday, yeah, things will probably go a lot smoother. So we got there, I get the money and I get the hell out of there. There's a definite bond between you and your Pokemon too. I didn't recognize it, so I don't know, I moved too quick. I just get very pissed off at this game all the time. And you can see I'm doing the stupid thing, right? Like, we're going to battle in Ice-type Pokemon Master here. So, like, why heal up the Water-type? Like, it's not going to be effective at all. There's no sense in doing it. But I guess I decided to do it anyways. And the Ice-type is only a problem occasionally when I try to do, like, the one training walkthrough there. But it becomes a much bigger deal when I'm in a situation... I don't even know what the fuck I was going to say there. Sorry, I'm being stupid. It's only a big deal when I'm doing the one walkthrough situation where I'm just not giving potions and stuff like that because it's the 3rd gym leader here and everybody did a little bit of damage. But this gym leader as a whole has a very simple approach, right? You just slam with Hariyama right away. Once Hariyama's out of there, you throw him Manectric, and you just kick ass. It's... Honestly, it feels like as trivial as Bruno's gym from Gen 1, which, if I could go back and do the recordings how I'm doing them now, I wouldn't even cover. I would just say, like, Bruno was a joke. Hope you understand. But, because I didn't do that in the past, I'm not going to do it now. We can watch how this gym battle goes. It's just very simple. Like, there's nothing to it. And here, honestly, I've learned, Glade is always going to set up Hail on the first turn, like, regardless of anything, and because it doesn't technically do any damage, the status does damage, we could hit with a Focus Punch for free, pretty much, and we'll always knock Glade out. Whereas here, you can see I'm just taking Hail damage left and right as this goes on, because they keep using full restores, and they actually get a hit in here, so... I've greatly improved upon my logic there. You see, even there I fought with the idea, and he gets hit with an Ice Beam, which is going to do a good chunk of damage. That doesn't seem like a lot, and it honestly wasn't. I thought it was going to be more than that, but it all adds up. So, I'm going to use Celio, and I immediately switch into Manectric, which is a mistake. I've learned that. I would say at this point you're better to go with Hariyama all the way through, but yeah, at least until he dies, because you need Manectric for their ace, which I think ends up happening anyways. But and I've learned to trust the process with Thunder. I know Thunder has a little bit less accuracy with Thunderbolt, but it's always seemed pretty consistent anytime I use it, so I've never had like any complaints. And maybe now that I'm thinking about that, yeah, maybe I will switch some of my strategy up here a little bit, but yeah, I feel like Thunder is... It's not as resistant as Thunderbolt, but it's like 99% as consistent when used. Because I get it 2 times in a row there. Does it one-hit this Celio? That is my question. It does. Yeah, that is good to know. Especially now, he's at like level 50, I think, now in my gameplay. I didn't level anybody up severely that's on the team right now, but I did add 2 new Pokemon. They're each level 50 as well, so it took me like an extra 10 hours. But, so the hail stopped. I think I go for Focus Punch, thinking Delayed is gonna hail here, and I don't think Delayed does. Nope. Gonna say, I remember being pissed off about that. And then I'm frozen solid, so I'm pretty much fucked. I got defrosted somehow there, though. Oh, you know what? I had the status thing. I had an item on me that prevented status ailments from Hariyama. So, I took that off him now, but I guess in this run in particular, thank God I had it on, because it would have screwed me. Okay, Gardevoir reaches level 49. He's going to use Wailin. Now, Wailin's a pain in the ass, because Wailin has a move that's a one-hit KO all the time. And I mean, I'm sure it has a high miss rate, but I've never seen it miss. It always hits my Pokemon one-hit KOs when they decide to use it. So I think I go for Thunderbolt. My hope with Thunderbolt is occasionally Thunderbolt as compared to Thunder will cause paralysis. So that's what I was going for. I didn't get it, but he only uses Blizzard, which shouldn't knock out Manectric, I don't believe. Nope. Yep, we're good. Oh, but the fucking hail does. The hail damage kills Manectric. Man, I forget what keeps me going in this battle, then. He has a status berry, so he's not going to heal. So I should be able to throw Hariyama out there and do damage. Instead, I go with Crobat. Crobat probably uses Sludge Bomb and hope to poison him. Yep. But he's just gonna heal here, so it didn't matter that I did that. It didn't do enough damage to kill, so I think, yeah, I go for Sludge Bomb again in the hopes of just getting the poison at this point, because now I have a fully healed beast and no electric type Pokemon that can deal with it. Very aggravating. So Crobat gets stricken by hail. He's not happy about that. Takes some damage. Go for Sludge Bomb again. We're gonna outspeed, so my chance to poison him has gone up. It's the 3rd time. But Blizzard is gonna completely destroy Crobat. It would destroy his replacement too, but yeah, it's gonna annihilate him. It's just gonna be annoying. Switch over to Gardevoir, see what Gardevoir can do. Gardevoir's Psychic is actually pretty powerful against Wailin. I'm hoping that I notice that in this episode. Yep, looks like I do acknowledge it to some degree. Oh wow, man. Even just 2 levels has severely helped out that issue, but it could also be that everybody just has a better move pool in the finale episode. Knock him out. Take the W there. Our spirit burns hot, alright. That's right. Give me your money. Oh boy. Okay, so I forgot who this fight was against. So I healed up everybody. I know for sure I did because I was just wasting resources at this time. Huge mistake, by the way. Fuck you, Future Joe. But I heal everybody up. I use all the resources that I have available, and I forget entirely who I'm going to go up against. At the time I did. Now I know who I'm going to go up against because I've been through the Elite Four about a million times, just losing prior to the champion. So that way I could be fully prepared while I was grinding again. An additional 10 hours went into the game this week just for the finale episode. But, yeah, you'll see I forget. I get surprised. I'm like, oh shit, what is this? I don't know what the fuck to do. I just start switching shit around and hoping for the best. There's Drake, the Dragon Master. I'm actually reading it. Like, things are going slow. Slower than my normal, just like the text just fucking disappearing because I'm not giving a shit. But in this battle, as soon as I saw Dragon Master, I knew I was completely fucked. Like, absolutely fucked. I knew I had a team to handle it, and I could cheese my way out, right? Like, I could just use as many items in battle as needed. But I knew, in the long run, I was gonna get screwed here. So there's that. He uses Dragon Claw, which I went and I got, and I stupidly gave to one of the Pokemon that I added to my team. Well, both of them could have used it that I added to my team, but I gave it to the stupider one. Rock Tomb, completely devastate Manectric. Because his speed is his top asset there. I use Bite. You can see, I'm just testing the waters to see what's effective and what's not. Like, I have no idea what's going on. He uses a full restore. Kinda screws Manectric, right? I think I go for a full restore as well. I switch out. I think at this point, like, I didn't know what was strong. I mean, obviously I know Dragon and Ice, but it was like, are any of these dragons dual typed or anything like that? Because I don't play this generation very frequently. Like, I played Generation 1 and 2. But Generation 3 is, because of matches like this, has always been something I've avoided. So he sends out Salamence, which is pretty much like the big middle finger in this fight, right? That's his ace. Salamence is sent out to kick my ass. I use Rock Smash. Doesn't do dick. I become very disappointed. Defense falls, though. Looks like I go for Rock Smash again, maybe for the status effect, knowing that I'm about to get completely bent over and fucked in the asshole. Yeah, no idea why I went with that. So maybe I just see wings, and I think maybe water will help in this situation. So Crunch isn't going to be overly effective. It's going to do damage, but not bad. You think water would help, right? No, not very effective at all. Does nothing. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Giving it a max ether, I guess? To Earthquake? Yeah, that's right, because I didn't have any Earthquake left, and I thought maybe Earthquake would be effective. You know? If water isn't, Earthquake is like the polar opposite. Maybe let's go with that. But he starts doing this bullshit immediately. He's just gonna fly up and keep sweeping me. So I apply a Hyper Potion, and this goes on for so fucking long. I honestly might pause the video and see how long this fucking goes on for, because I know it just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's like 8 turns because I keep healing up and shit like that. Fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna check. Woo! Yeah, so if you didn't see there in that split second, because I cut everything so fucking close, eventually he just kills me. He just keeps using Dragon Claw, and then a mixture of Fly, and I get fed up with the bullshit, and just don't feel like dealing with it, so I end up taking the loss there. But, yeah, it looks like we're moving forward here. We got Manectric in play, and Manectric is just a champ. Hopefully there's no error there. I just synced up 2 audios real quick. But Manectric hits with Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is at least strong enough on its own, like the base stats of it alone, to take out Salamence, so I don't have to deal with Salamance's bullshit. As an FYI, I did save you guys like an entirety of fucking 5 minutes of going back and forth of just using Fly and me healing, and then me occasionally getting a hit in there. So I don't know what it is with Swampert and Salamence, but he always uses Fly against Swampert. So here I keep thinking, Flygon's like partially ground, which I'm not sure if it's even true. Let's see if I get... No, it's not super effective. So Flygon isn't partially ground, I guess? I don't know. I don't understand. I always thought Flygon was partially a ground type. So what ends up happening is I just end up getting screwed here, because Hariyama can't really do dick, and he always hits second, so I'm always going to take damage. But on the plus side, Dragon-type moves aren't doing a ton against Hariyama, so I have time to get people into shape here. You can see I'm even using one against Hariyama, like, proactively, thinking, like, I'm gonna get hit with Dragon Breath, so let's create 2 turns where I can go and heal people. But, like I said, this later comes back to completely and entirely screw me while I'm doing this, because there's no reason to be using all of these potions right now when things only get substantially harder in the next battle. But that's, like, yeah, I mean, Flygon's completely fucking me up here. I go and I use another Hyper Potion on Hariyama, because what are you gonna do? And then my next step is to go and use a Revive on Crobat, then a Hyper Potion, then probably another Hyper Potion on Hariyama. Ah, maybe I go for an attack, actually. Maybe I just figure, like, Crobat is gonna suck so bad. Paralyze, that's great. He's already slow, so it's not gonna do too much. Full restore on Hariyama? To cure the paralysis, I guess, but yeah. Is it worth it? Future Joe, looking back on this, is kind of disappointed in Mediocre Joe here for making that call. You know, it was just a bad decision overall. Sorry if the audio sounds a little weird. My puppy here is going for the cord that's recording the audio, so I'm kind of keeping her away with one hand and trying to record with the other. But it looks like maybe she has calmed down for the time being, although she is moving my beer can. So we shall see. No, it looks like, yeah, I kept thinking, like, ground type, so I was like, oh, let's throw a water type Pokemon in there, and maybe that's doing somewhat decent damage. I kind of missed the last 10 seconds of gameplay keeping the dog away. Sorry, I didn't pay attention at all. But it looks like he's switching to Shogun, so Swampert looks like he does okay damage. It looks like I continue with Swampert, because at least Swampert's doing something in the battle. Like, it's not all hope is completely lost. Proc Tomb, not going to do much. I'm going to try and go for a Surf here, I believe, just to finish it up. Surprised that Shogun outsped and went with Dragon Claw versus, you know, just having him be healed. Because otherwise he could have completely screwed me here, and I would have had to use 5 times as many items in this battle. So I switched to Manectric, trying to get some work done. He sends out Altaria. I miss with a Thunder, which I know I've said has been pretty consistent with me, but that's a pretty solid, like, hit to miss rate. Like, that's the first time it's missed in a long time, so I go back and I use it again, and it works. It does what it needs to do, and I get scared when I see that it does very little damage, because I know Altaria's main thing is to set up that Dragon Dance, which is going to completely screw me. So you can see I switch to Thunderbolt in hope for paralysis, but instead I die. That's what happens instead, because now Altaria is faster than me, but my static on the hit does give it Thunderbolt, or does give it paralysis anyways. So I know that it has paralysis. I'm likely gonna hit first, hit it with Surf, and see what you can do. And I do jack diddly fucking shit. I get fucked. It raises its stats again with Dragon Dance, which I know is gonna completely fuck me. But I remember thinking, like, Earthquake isn't gonna do anything because it obviously has Levitate, right? It's not even on the ground in its animation. There's no way that an Earthquake is going to affect this Pokemon. So I keep crossing my fingers and saying, maybe it doesn't have full restore. Bam, full restore. So fuck me, right? The Surf is barely doing anything. Full restore cures the paralysis, and I have 1 HP left on Swampert. So I do the sensible thing. I waste another resource on Swampert, who's gonna do jack fucking diddly shit in this fight. Give it to him. Uses Takedown. It gets hit with Recoil. Which, to be clear, the only reason it used Takedown was because it thought that was a one-hit KO. Now it's going to switch back to its main strategy of improving its stats so it could just sweep my whole fucking team. I think I realized that. No, I don't, actually. I just continue to be a fucking moron and heal my Pokemon. Because at this point, you just need to hit it. Like, that's what you need to do. Because it's going to keep using Drag Dance and increasing its attack and increasing its speed, making sure it always hits first and it hits fucking hard. So I'm being stupid, wasting resources, just trying to get the fuck out of this battle, apparently. But that's not gonna happen anytime fucking soon. I eventually go for Earthquake thinking maybe it won't resist it. It resists it, you know? And I don't have any Surf left, so that's my main attacking move. What am I gonna do? I might as well die. I guess that's my thought logic on this one. I decided to throw in Gardevoir. Gardevoir is actually a solid choice here. Psychic can do a fair amount of damage in Future Sight. Can do okay damage in the future. But it's still setting up Dragon Dance. Meaning that it could sweep my whole team at this point, pretty much. Like, I would have to just feed items until I ran out of items. It goes for a takedown for some bizarre reason. And maybe it's legitimately... oh, yeah. It's because any move at this point will wipe me out. But the recoil on takedown actually takes it down. Like, if it just used another dragon attack move, it would have been fine. I was gonna say, how did I get out of that one? I don't even recall, but... yeah, it looks like I get worried here when Flygon comes out, even though originally I thought it was a ground type and Hariyama's a fighting type, so there should be no problem. It uses Sandstorm, the equivalent of using Hail in this fight, pretty much. It's just, it serves to be an annoyance that is constantly there, so that way I get pounded left and right from fucking sand throughout the battle. That's all that it serves to be. That's all that it is. It's a huge pain in the dick. Sandstorm, you can see I just keep getting buffed, which just means I take about 10 points of damage each round. Not a huge deal, but it's really annoying, because especially when you're going and trying to heal people and Flygon is doing jack diddly besides that. Dragon Breath isn't doing a whole ton. But Dragonette, plus the combination of being buffed by the Storm, is doing a decent amount. Hopefully I come to my senses here and give a full restore to Hariyama. Yep. But you can see I'm running severely low on items, if you look in there. Which, with a champion, whose champion team is, you'll get to see about a quarter of it, and the rest of it is just fucking horrific, is like the worst idea in the world. But I just continue to give those full restores. Just give them to Hariyama, because he can do something during this fight. I guess that's my thought process as I was doing this, but it's... yeah, in retrospect, I mean, Hariyama definitely is at level 50, because Hariyama's a pain in the ass to level up in the actual finale episode, when I'll record it. But, yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking, because you could look, I see a fighting move, and I use it there, and it does next to nothing. He goes, he uses Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath isn't terrible, Rock Smash is going to do jack diddly. I need to get the pup away from the cord again. Sorry if you hear any noises here. I keep getting buffed by the Storm, and then like my attacks just aren't doing anything that's like notable at all. So like there's no reason. Yeah, just let him die. Gardevoir. So he has an ability called Levitate that he's using right now. Gardevoir can sense that. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, man. I absolutely no idea. The last 10 minutes of this video are going to fall apart. No, it uses Dragon Breath. That's when I learned that Dragon Breath can actually cause paralysis. I use Psychic, which is a decently strong move in this generation in general, and in previous generations. I've always been a fan of the Psychic type. But then I get buffed by the storm, which kind of pisses me off, and I know that I have to do something about Gardevoir, so I give her a full restore, hoping that Flygon is going to use the equivalent of, like, Takedown here. You know, just something that causes damage. It uses Psychic again. And Psychic ends up wiping out Flygon, which is a good W. Flygon's not like an overly powerful Pokemon, but it's definitely like a lot stronger than your average Pokemon. So I'm always happy about a W there. I deserve every credit for coming this far as a trainer. You really don't. Like, all it's saying is you know how to beat dragon types. Which, in that battle, I clearly fucking didn't. And the way to win is to use either A, other dragon types, or B, ice type moves. To which my team had none and was severely in a deficit, which is why I end up... It's why this episode isn't the finale episode, right? It's why, like, I have to go out and make another episode. That's coming out the day before fucking Brilliant Diamond comes out. Like, it's the reason why I wasted 10 extra hours of my life, is because I just didn't give my team the extra 2 to 3 moves that they needed here. But anyways, we're moving on to the master here. You can see I see lights, and I think, is it the rival? Is it May? Yeah, who are we? Wally? No. Fucking Steven. And I think, well, maybe Steven's team isn't that bad. I know he has Metagross, however you say it, I don't know. But Steel Psychic type is going to be a pain in the ass, but I think maybe if he has, like, other Pokemon that aren't as bad, we can get through this. Skarmory. Okay, I sent out Swampert. Swampert can do damage here. I do know Torkoal would be the better choice, but I'm just thinking Steel type, Flying type. I can do a little bit of damage with Surf. You know, and it's doing enough, to be fair. I think he's going to use a full restore here, and the spikes makes it so every time a new Pokemon comes out, it takes damage, like right out the gate. Kind of annoying, but I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm just thinking, how the hell can I get past this? Skarmory is Toxic. It misses. I'm getting more optimistic here by the minute. Okay, Aerial Ace. That's not going to kill me. Use Surf. Good. We're out of the ball. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Sorry, I've had quite a few beers here while I'm watching this. Aggron. No. Yep. And it just continue to hit with Surf. That's my thought process. You know, he's got the ground and steel type. The ground type is really weak, so Aggron goes down. Solid. Level 48. Gardevoir, level 50. Really good. Cradley. You can see I pause. I don't even know what Cradley is. I just think he's got a lot of steel types on his team. Let's use Torkoal. I get hit with the spikes, which you can see the first example of them just doing blatant damage there. And I see him and I think, oh, I should be fine. Nope, not fine. Not fine. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. What am I gonna do? And everything is raising on his end. So I'm just continuously getting fucked here. He can do a lot of damage and everything raises, and I'm doing no damage. I recognize that, and I just try to go a Body Slam, just to get the fuck out of there. But I know that Agent Power is going to kill me, and now he gets all his stat boosting bullshit, so I'm screwed. Switching to Swampert, thinking, maybe he's got like some sort of ground type to him. Maybe I could fuck him there. But you can see I get hit with the spikes right out of the gate. There's no PP left for Surf. And then I try to go for... a dive? Yeah, dive is what I try to go for. But he also knows fucking Giga Drain. So that's an immediate death for Swampert right there. I'm done. Yep. Those are my two main attacking Pokemon. And they're both just wiped out. So Manectric would be a good follow-up here. I go with Crobat for whatever reason. I mean, and Giga Drain gave him health back, so he picked up all the health. I guess on the plus side, Crobat didn't take any damage. Now I see him and I think maybe Grass type. So I hit him with Aerial Ace, which does next to nothing. He confuses me, which is surely going to fuck me up. So maybe Poison type was the right move. I'm confused. I hurt myself in my own confusion because of course the AI never gets to, but average Joe gets to do it every single fucking chance that the game gives him to do it. Move is super effective. Crobat dies. So you can see here, like, I'm trying to like leverage my thoughts and think like, what could I possibly do to win this situation? I get with the spikes again. I don't know what to do. Vital Throw's not doing anything because I'm out of PP. So Rock Smash is all that it is, and Rock Smash is a weak move in general. I get hit with Confuse Ray. I'm confused. I bet you I hurt myself on my own confusion right here. I do. Of course I do. You can, like, it just... I want to beat it in one swoop. I don't want to save before I have to do stuff. And Giga Drain was doing too much to all of my Pokemon. And I had no answer for it. And I got the stupid RNG where I'm just hitting myself on my own confusion. I think about going for a full restore. Instead I go for a revive. No. I go for a full restore thinking I can full restore Hariyama. Right, that's my plan. Yep. Full restore Hariyama and then use the rest of the turns to revive the rest of the team members. So we could at least get past this one Pokemon. But as you'll see here, that doesn't fucking happen. This Pokemon hands my ass to me time and time again. I don't know how to handle it. I still, this is the Pokemon that is holding me up from finishing the finale episode because I don't know how to handle it. Yeah, I just can't think of any way. Torkoal might have been a good answer. Anything with a fire type move? I go with Manectric because I think at least Manectric will hit first, and maybe Thunderbolt, and then some paralysis, and I can pull off some bullshit here. Maybe that'll help. But he hits me with Ancient Power, and I'm pretty sure it just knocks me into the fucking ground dead. Close enough. And his attack rose, and his defense rose, and his speed rose, and his special attack, and his special defense. Like, such a bullshit move. Like, it just raises everything. And yeah, I try to go for Thunder because it's my hardest hitting move, but his speed is raised so high that this fucking plant with dicks hanging out of its head is moving faster than my electric dog. Like, I don't get it. I genuinely don't. But I throw Gardevoir in there and I say, hey, fuck it. You know, if Gardevoir can pull off a W here, we can heal up the rest of the team. But Gardevoir, yeah. I got 2 HP left. And he's got probably about 130. Hits me with Sludge Bomb. Which is kind of a middle finger, right? Because poison isn't effective at all. But yeah, that's the end of it there. Like, I just fucking lose. So see ya tomorrow.